What up, y'all? We talking about the situation between Tony Baker and uh, his comedic fans. We're really gonna talk about Democrats and Republicans because that's what this all boils down to, and we're gonna break it down for people in the back that don't understand what it is. And also, we're also gonna talk about racism in this video. So if you are one of those white people that you don't like to see anything besides your lens, or if you're a black person they want to take up for boss because you feel like he done did so much for you and shit, then this video ain't for you. Click the fuck off and don't come back on. But this is the video for people that actually see things in perspective and see things in different views and lenses, that actually understand things as an adult. Now Tony decided to post something on his Facebook page about the fact that white people basically hide behind themselves when it comes time to talk about what white people do. You know, when the mass shootings happen, because the majority of these mass shootings have happened from white people, you know, but yeah, white people will go and protect themselves and say, oh no, well, we ain't the only race that do this, and y'all do this too, and y'all do that. And it's basically a hypocrisy because, you know, white people will talk and sit around all day and talk about how black people are killing black people, and we'll talk about how Muslim kills, you know, people, and talk about how Mexicans are terrorists, you know, and fucking towelheads are fucking terrorists and all kinds of shit. They'll say that those kind of people are terrorists and that they'll attack Americans and that we need to protect ourselves from them, when really the most protection that we need is from the white man, because y'all are the ones that are being the terrorists. Y'all are the ones that are attacking people left and right and not getting any for real. You're not getting any punishment for it. You're going home and you're sleeping away like eating a cheeseburger, as if you did not just kill 20 people at one time. So, you know, we got to stop playing this whole mentally ill card, you know, with these white men that want to go out and start shooting people. Because guaranteed, if a black man go out and shoot his wife for fucking murder, you know, mental illness ain't even in the picture, and his feelings ain't even gonna be involved in what really went on. You know, the fact that, you know, his wife cheated on him. So I mean, what about his feelings? What about how he felt? What about, you know, he murdered somebody, but, you know, he felt like his wife cheated on him, so he had a right to do that. You know, so how come it's when a white man does it, oh, it's all mental illness, and it's about, oh, we need to protect our sons. But yeah, when a black boy that's no more than 15 years old that enters a gang because his father is not there and he doesn't have a father figure in his life, so he gets in a gang to basically help himself develop more as a man, and you know, instead of being a great American society and us saying, hey, this is not the way, let's counsel you, let's get you into a real group that's really going to help you develop as a man, you throw those 15-year-old boys into life sentences, into prisons where they sit there until they are 30, 40, or even they never fucking get out. And mental illness is not spoken about with these young black boys not one fucking time. You know, a black girl goes to school and, you know, she says she's going to stab the whole school. You know what I'm saying? That girl is going to be in alternative school. You lucky for alternative school one to take her ass in. And everybody going to be saying how she ghetto, she hood, and all that extra stuff. So it's all different. And I just feel like, I mean, it should be told. And I just feel like it shouldn't be the same. Like, why is everything got to be one way for one race, but for the other race, it's a different way? I don't like that, and I just feel like it's bullshit. I just feel like how people feel about the shit, it's just crazy. It's just really fucking crazy. Yeah, and I just feel like that is sad. It's sad because of the fact that we basically have to sugarcoat what we feel. We basically have to sugarcoat, as Americans, what we go through, especially, you know, especially black people. You know, we have to sit here and we have to sugarcoat what we go through. We have to sit here and say, hey, you know, this is how we feel about a certain situation, but yet, you know, white people want to basically sit there and say that, oh, no, you're wrong, and you should only stick to comedian talent. You should only stick to being a comic person. No, he doesn't have to stick to being a comedian person. And yeah, because I feel like, I mean, basically, he shouldn't have to choose. He shouldn't have to choose between being a comedian and being a fucking politician. He shouldn't have to. The fact that we pay taxes, if you work a job and you have to go and file taxes at the end of the year, you have just as much right as the politician that's sitting in the chair making millions of dollars every single day off of people's pain in situations. We have just as much right to talk about what's going on in our society than any other person does. You know why? Because we as the middle class, we're the ones out here working, sweating, and doing what the fuck we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones out here that's working and slaving for a penny, to get that penny taken and cut in half, to only live a half American dream until we get enough money to do that. And then when we get enough money, we still gotta pay the taxes. So either fucking way, if you are a tax-paying citizen, sweetheart, you have the right to say what the fuck you feel. And I'm getting tired of these white men with these nigger shut up mentalities, where it's almost as if like they say shit like, hey, stick to this, stick to that. It's always a minority comedian that talks about politics, where they want to say, hey, you can only talk about this subject. No. He doesn't have to stick to a fucking comedian. He doesn't have to be a fucking comedian all the time. If he wants to talk about real world issues, regardless of his views, I don't really agree with Democratic views. I think Democrats are just as sneaky as Republicans. I think the best thing about Republicans, we know they ain't shit. I feel like Democrats will reach out their hand to you and act like they're helping you, but have full cameras and everybody searching around looking for them to try to see what they gonna do next. That's what Democrats do. Democrats, they reach their hand out to act like they're going to help you, but really they have a full paparazzi surrounding them, recording that they help you. So for me, I don't really like Democrats. I don't think Democrats is really a sufficient party. I think they're just out to get everybody too, just like the Republicans. I think Republicans are out to get and out to help the rich, and so are the Democrats. The only difference between the Republicans and the Democrats is the Republicans are going to say what the fuck they want to say regardless. Democrats, they like to sugarcoat it and try to get the black people on their side. They want to get the black vote. They want to get the white vote. They want to get the Chinese vote. And they want to just say shit out the ordinary that doesn't make any motherfucking sense to try to get some type of vote or some type of layaway going on. That's not going to happen. I just heard about Bernie Sanders saying how he's gonna find out about aliens. See, that's some shit right there that tells you how Democrats work. They don't care about the people for real. Democrats only care about themselves. They don't really care about Americans, and they don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, they get paid. They're only saying that they want to help the little guy, but watch, there's the cameras rolling all around them while they're saying that. They're not just saying, hey, I want to help the little guy, and you know what I'm saying, they're helping the little guy out. They're not just saying they want to help the little guy and actually help them and actually say, hey, I'm not looking for a reward. I just wanted to help the little guy because that's what I want to do as a Democrat. Democrats think for themselves. Democrats are going to tell you, oh, yeah, I'll give $1 million away to everybody as soon as I become president. And when they become president, that $1 million ain't there. Where's the $1 million at? Oh, I don't know. Did you not know that Democrats are more racist than Republicans? I mean, Republicans are racist, but let's all be clear. Any white man that has been in office has been racist as fuck. Rather he's Democratic or Republican. The only difference between Democrat and Republican, and there's Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali came out with a few years back, that I want y'all to see this video where Malcolm X breaks down the political field of the white man. There's only two political parties, the Democrat and Republican. The difference between the Democrat is going to try to act like he's a Negro's friend. He's going to try to act like he cares about the black vote. He cares about the minority vote. And he cares about things that normally nobody fucking cares about for real. You know, he'll tell you all these false dreams and sell you these false pipe dreams just so he can get the money, and basically you won't see a dime of that shit. Really, it's the Republicans that ain't really doing much of shit. But Republicans on the other hand, they're racist too. The only difference between them and Democrats is that Republicans are going to tell you how the fuck they feel off the bat. Most Republicans only think for the rich, but there are some Republicans out there that think for the middle class workers, and those are the people that we want in office. We want a Republican that thinks about the middle class workers, not fucking rich, the middle class, because that is who is struggling every single day. The middle class and the poor. We want a Republican that cares about those people. It's very hard and rare to come by a Republican like that, but most Republicans tell the truth. They tell the truth, and they have the gift of perspective. Most Democrats, they're only one-sided individuals. They only want to see it for themselves on one side of a spectrum. They don't want to go and look at different perspectives and look at different situations and have different outcomes like Republicans do. Democrats are normally the type of people that they're so one-sided that they'll basically, like CNN, which is a Democratic city, they'll sit there and they'll slander anybody that does not go what they want to go, that does not agree with what they agree with. They will basically sit there and try to tarnish your name. Republicans don't do that shit. Republicans state facts, they state statistics, they state what really goes on, and they say, hey, I don't like that. I don't like that this is going on. I feel like this is not fair. And, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to tarnish the person's name, but they are going to call you out for your stupidity and for your shit. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, this is the political field. Money is the biggest game of all games. Money is the biggest, political party. It's all about money. At the end of the day, it's not about Republican. It's not about Democrat. It's not about black. It's not about white. It's about money. It's about power. And both of these parties, at the end of the day, they only have their own agenda in mind. But for the most part, Democrats are the people that have the most selfish situations going on. They have the most selfish mindsets. They only think for themselves. They want you to think for them too. They'll give you a penny so they can keep $1. That's how Democrats work. A lot of people feel like, Republicans, they want to take away assistance. They want to take away this. They want to take away that. And that's something that, at the end of the day, like I said, there's some Republicans that care about the wealth of middle class. And then there's some Republicans like Donald Trump that does not care about the middle class. And that's what we have a problem with. Most people that voted for Trump voted because they were higher class citizens, not because they were lower class. And even the lower class, they just felt like he was superior because of his skin. But let's all be honest, Trump was basically a fucking punishment for Obama. Let's all be honest here. But let's all be honest here. Obama really did not do anything for black culture. He really didn't. George Zimmerman walking, how come when Obama was in office, there were so many shootings of black men, black women being murdered by cops, being murdered by police brutality. There was so much police brutality going on, period. But yet, what did this president do? You know what I mean? There's people that ended up in jail. There's people that ended up incarcerated for weed when weed was legalized, right when he was in office. Why didn't he get those people free? We have to start thinking about this kind of stuff, and we have to start understanding that, these political parties only look out for themselves. They don't look out for the greater good of neither people. They do not care if you're poor. They do not care if you're rich. They do not care. All they care about is their pockets. That is what they go for. That is what all parties go for. Now, one political party goes for the actual self of the human being, unless they actually care. But if you show that you care and you say that you care, then that's when the problem sets in. You can't show that you care. And there are some Republicans and Democrats out there that care, which is why I'm saying that I'm a part of both. I'm a part of Democrat and I'm a part of Republican. Because I believe both parties have good in them and I believe both parties have bad in them. Neither parties are outweighing the other. Both parties have a situation where they only see one perspective at a time. Republicans just happen to be the people that see more perspectives and understand more perspectives and have a mature outlook of what's going on. Democrats are more the people that will only look at one perspective and just see it like that, and that's it. You want somebody in America that's going to see things from different perspectives. For people of all color, creed, nationality, ethnicity, social class. You want somebody that's going to look at Americans and say, we are all Americans, which is what Donald Trump is doing. But a lot of people don't see that. I'm not saying that I am Team Donald Trump, but I'm not Team Obama neither. And I think both of them, once again, was only out for one thing, and that was their pockets. They was out to feed their own people, which is their family. At the end of the day, it was a meal ticket for their families to live. So this is my video about it, and this is how I feel about the whole Tony Baker situation. I feel like, with the whole racism of white people, please stop telling black people and people of minority what they can't talk about, and please stop telling people that they can't talk about politics and need to stick to their career. Because guess what? If they're tax-paying citizens, then they have the right to discuss anything. And it's normally the white people with minimum wage jobs to no jobs that want to talk about what people can and cannot talk about when it comes to politics. Nigga, if your ass don't bring home more than $15 an hour, if your ass don't bring home more than almost $40,000 a year, then why do you care about what another person is saying? I mean, if you're making so much money after a while, you don't even care about politics, because at the end of the day, your life is so consumed with work, you don't have time to deal with it. But if you do, you really understand that as tax-paying citizens, we all have a say in what goes on in this fucking country. Whether you're black, white, blue, purple, green, rainbow, we all have a say in this country. Period. It's not about what a person's credentials are. You don't have to fucking have a fucking political background to be a fucking politician or to fucking care about American politics. Otherwise, slaves would have never got the chance to vote, because most of them were uneducated. So when y'all sit there and talk shit like that, just sit back for a minute, record yourself speaking about that kind of stuff, and just sit back and listen to how dumb y'all sound when y'all say shit like that. Because most of y'all ain't got political degrees, but yet y'all still talk about it. So why can't the next man talk about it? Why his career got to be hindered because he wants to stand up for what he believes is right, rather it's one side or not. Yes, he might be Democratic, and Democrats ain't the only thing that, Democrats, like I said, I'm not a Democrat, neither am I Republican. I see both sides of the situation. I see both sides of the party. I see both good and bad in both of the parties. I don't see a good Democrat and I don't see a good Republican. I don't see a bad Democrat and I don't see a bad Republican. I just see it all for what it is, and it's money. Money and power. So this is my video on it. This is my opinion on it. This is how I feel about it. If you want to comment, leave what the fuck you want to leave, that's on you. You can like it up, or you don't. I mean, most people don't even view my videos anyway, so it's almost like I'm talking to myself. So, I mean, maybe one day people will start viewing my shit. But for right now, I think I kind of like the fact that I'm kind of just in my own little bubble on YouTube, where I can just post my little videos and upload my videos and just do what I do, because I just feel like I have enough, saying I could talk about what I want to talk about and say what I want to say, and I don't have to feel pressured about who I'm saying it to or what I'm doing. So yeah, and yeah, anyways, like I said, white people need to stop doing that shit. This is not y'all country. This don't belong to y'all. Black people built this country too. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, blacks have built this country. Whites built this country. Indians built this country. Mexicans built this country. Every person of creed has built this country. So we all have a right and we all have a say-so in what goes on in American society, whether y'all like it or not. Just because y'all don't want to come in and talk about the situation, just because y'all want to hide and not discuss what's really going on, don't mean the rest of us want to hide behind something. Some of us actually want to talk about it and get something resolved, unlike some of y'all. So I'm gonna come back with another video later on about something else, which I don't know, but whatever inspires me to come outside and talk about something is what I'll come out with. I want to thank everybody that took the time to listen, because this is basically a commentary channel. It's not really much of a vlogging channel. It's more of a commentary channel because of the fact that I don't really show my face. I just say what I say. So it's more commentary than anything. But people that do listen to this, I just want to say that thanks if you do listen, if you do give a full listen. Whether you like it or dislike it, just let me know. Which I don't care if you dislike it or like it. But all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, we got to learn how to come together as Americans. And if you hear, people are singing the national anthem right now. So, we are united. We just have to find a way to do that without bringing race and class into it. We all have a say-so in America. We all have our opinions. We all are Americans. At the end of the day, we all share the same American history. We're all hardworking people with hearts of gold. That is what built America in the first place. So let's stop being hypocritical clowns on social media. Let's be the people that understand what others are going through and show compassion to other people's problems just because we are not seeing what they are seeing. Quote unquote, I'm talking to white people. Cough, cough. The bag is out. The cat is out the bag, I mean. All right. See y'all in the next video.